What up, Talkies? Jack Haze here with JackAce.com, and we are here learning how to solve the Rubik's Cube. This is officially lesson number 1. Today we are going to learn how to solve a single face. And please let me reiterate that this is not going to be the way you solve the cube in the fastest time. Yeah! This is mostly meant to teach you how to solve a cube in the easiest way. Some of the stuff we're going to learn and then unlearn. We're going to learn how to do things a little bit different when we are trying to improve our time. But a lot of these concepts are just foundational. You need to learn how the cube works, how pieces move, etc. Now, I suggest you use this magic cube. If you haven't purchased one, you can buy one in the links in my video description. You can also use a coach cube where you can peel off the stickers to a single face, and that achieves the same goal. I like this magic cube because it forces us to focus on just these 9 squares. Now, if you have a regular cube or a clone, you just need to focus on the specific color that you're working with. So we're gonna start off by mixing this cube up. And as you should have learned from the previous lesson, we are going to define the face we want to solve by the center square. So in this case, this is the white face. So we're going to start off with nothing else in the white face, and we're going to learn 4 methods of moving pieces into place. The first way to move pieces into place is the easiest. It's just the rogue method. We are just going to move pieces into place without worrying what is already there. So if we look here, we can see 2 squares that we can easily move into place. And since there's nothing there already, we aren't disrupting anything. And we can see on the bottom, we can easily move this piece twice and it gets into place. So now we've gone from only having 1 piece to having 4. We're 44% of the way there. That is method 1. And method 2 is going to be moving a piece from these bottom 2 rows to the top. So here's the face we want to solve. Along the bottom, we have 2 rows with 6 squares each. That's 24 possible places. Really, it's 5 squares each because you can't move the center. So this is a way of moving up to 20 pieces to the top. So let's say we want to move this piece here. And as we learned in the previous lesson, we know that only corners can move to corner places. We can't move an edge piece to the corner. So this piece needs to go here. And the way we do that, this is method 2, is through a method I call fishing and catching. We're going to look at these 3 squares here. We're going to drop a line because we are fishing, and the fish is going to move into place, catching the bait, and then we reel in that fish. So previously we had 4 pieces and now we have 5. Every time you fish and then catch, you should end up with 1 more piece. So here's another method of catching. Let's say we want to move this piece here. We drop the line, fish catches the bait, and we reel it in. Easy, right? So now let's say we want to move this piece here. Now, if we drop the line, the piece we want to move into place moves with it. So what we have to do is move it out of the way first, drop the line, and then put it in place. Fish gets the bait, and we reel it in. Let's try that a couple more times. So you have to understand how the edge pieces move. The edge pieces can't move to the corner. They can only move to the other edges. So this can be moved here, here, or here. So we can drop a line here. Fish catches the bait, and we reel the fish in. And now there are no more pieces that we can get. But let's try maybe one more fish and catch operation. If we wanted to catch this piece here, we can't just drop the line. We have to move it out of place first. Now when we drop the line, that piece doesn't move. So we drop the line, fish gets the bait, we reel it in. So now we've learned 2 methods, on to the 3rd method. So before I teach you the 3rd and 4th method of solving a side, I need to tell you a joke. It's actually 2 riddles. How do you kill a blue elephant? With a blue elephant gun. That's the first riddle. How do you kill a pink elephant? If you said with a pink elephant gun, you're wrong. The way you kill a pink elephant is you choke them until they're blue, and then you shoot it with a blue elephant gun. Now that's relevant because we know this 2nd method of fishing and catching, but we're not able to do that with pieces that are on the bottom or pieces that are along this top edge. The way we move pieces that are along the bottom or the top edge is we first move them to the bottom row, and then we fish and catch them. The 3rd method is getting pieces from the bottom to the top. So in this case, we have 2 pieces that we need to move to the top. And to do that, you have to rotate the piece you want to move under where you want it to go. So let's say we want to move this edge piece here. To do that, we rotate the bottom until it aligns directly under where we need to go. Then we drop a line and we move it out of the way and then reel the line back in without the fish. But now we're in a familiar situation where we can drop the line again. Fish catches the bait, we reel the fish in. That's how we move an edge piece that's on the bottom. How do we move a corner piece? We move the corner under where we need it to go, drop a line, move it out of the way, reel it back in. So now that piece is free and we can drop a line, move it into place, and reel it in. And sometimes by moving pieces from the bottom to the top, we can free other pieces. This piece is in a place where we are familiar with how to catch it. We can drop a line, move it into place, reel it in, and now we've solved the side. So now we've learned 3 ways to move pieces into place. The rogue method, where we just push it in with disregard to what is currently in place. The second method is by fishing and catching. The third method is by moving things from the bottom to the top in 2 steps. And the last method is going to be moving things from this top edge. So in order to do that, it's similar to when pieces are on the bottom. We're going to drop a line. We're actually going to move it twice, and then we're going to reel it back in. We come up without a fish, but we're in a situation that we know how to solve, and we are able to catch it. So same thing here, drop a line. Actually, we move it twice and then reel it back in without the fish here, but we've brought the fish up from the bottom. And then from this situation, we are in a familiar situation. We know how to reel it in from there. So we've done that now with edge pieces. Let's do that for a corner piece. So to move a corner piece from this top edge to the top, we have to break it off until it gets to this bottom row. And then we do our fish and catch method. So let's see that again. We drop a line. We move it so that it's still on that same plane. And then when we reel it in, it gets brought to one of these bottom 2 rows. And from this point, we know how to solve this. Move it out of the way, drop a line, fish catch the bait, reel it in. So now we know how to solve a side. So now for your homework, you need to master the 4 methods of moving squares to the top face. And once again, those 4 methods are the rogue method, just pushing it into place with disregard to what is currently there. Fishing and catching from one of these bottom 2 rows, moving pieces from the bottom to one of those bottom 2 rows, and then fishing and catching it, and moving a piece from this top edge to the bottom 2 rows, and then fishing and catching it. I hope you guys enjoy this content so far. If you do, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly, and peace out, donkeys.